Okay, about ready to get our program started, so continue to enjoy your dessert, or your meal if you're not to your dessert. Let's hear it for our entertainment tonight, Jazz Mountain, Ray Olson, and Ray Savakos. Paul Savakos. Okay. Really enjoyable music there. We've got several things we're going to go over tonight, and so we won't beat around the bush. We'll go ahead and get started. First of all, we're going to have the Appalachian Trail Conservancy and Town of Franklin Partnership Renewal. The Appalachian Trail Community Program is designed to recognize communities that promote and protect the Appalachian Trail. Towns, counties, and communities along the AT's corridor are considered assets for all that use the AT, and many of these towns act as good friends and neighbors to the trail. The program serves to assist communities with sustainable economic development through tourism and outdoor recreation while preserving and protecting the AT. It's my pleasure to introduce Franklin's Mayor, Bob Scott, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy's Southern Regional Director, Morgan Sommerville, and the Appalachian Trail Community Program Manager, Julie Jenkins. Together, they will formally renew Franklin's designation as an Appalachian Trail community. Franklin was designated as an AT community on March 23, 2010. 37 towns are now designated as Appalachian Trail communities from Georgia to Maine. The intent of the program is to recognize communities that promote and protect the AT. Since Franklin's designation, the AT and its users have had a significant positive economic impact on Franklin and Macon County. So Bob, if y'all will come up right now, we'll have the presentation.
Well, Tommy said that we'd be out of here by midnight, but he didn't have enough sense then to give me a microphone and a lectern. So here we are. I just want to say that I feel like what Franklin's done is a real feather in our cap, both for the town and the Appalachian Trail. 20 or 30 years from now, our outdoors is going to be our drawing card. I think as things keep going like they are, more and more people are going to appreciate what we do to preserve and protect our national forest, our rivers, and our outdoors in general. You know, there's been a time when people talked about a brave new world. Well, I want to tell you what we have now is a strange new world. So it gives me a great deal of pleasure to read this proclamation where, excuse me, I'm going to push that back just a little. Whereas the Appalachian Trail, founder Benton McKay's vision of the Appalachian Trail included opportunities for recreation, recuperation, and employment through a series of recreational communities throughout the Appalachian chain to be connected by a walking trail. And whereas the AT traces its roots to the 1920s and was designated America's first national scenic trail in 1968, and whereas today, through the efforts of volunteers, clubs, and agency partners for the sustainability of the trail and its greenway, for more than 3 million visitors to the trail every year, and there's the potential for many more. Whereas Appalachian Trail communities are characterized by an abundance of natural, historical, and cultural features, many of which are protected and best viewed and appreciated by the Appalachian Trail. Whereas Appalachian Scenic Trail hiking, walking, adventures, overlooks, primitive areas, and fun present opportunities to attract visitors to Appalachian Trail communities from around the world. And whereas the continued partnership between Franklin, the Appalachian Trail, and its users will continue to act as a catalyst for enhanced economic development, engaging community citizens as Appalachian Trail visitors and stewards, and helping community members see the Appalachian Trail as a resource and asset. And whereas the community has and will continue to be recognized for the steps it has taken and will continue to take to ensure the ongoing protection of its natural and recreational resources while investing in its future as a memorable destination along the Appalachian Trail. And whereas this community's sense of place and the protection of the cultural, historical, and natural assets in the Appalachian Mountain region can benefit through the use of resources such as signage, communications, sharing of best practices, and new partnerships targeting youth and diversity. And whereas the town of Franklin, North Carolina, has for the past 5 years fulfilled its obligations as a designated Appalachian Trail community, an official designation conferred by the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and desires to continue its efforts to support the Appalachian Trail, its users, and its community efforts in that regard for at least another 5 years. Now therefore, I, Bob Scott, the Mayor of Franklin, North Carolina, do hereby proclaim that the town of Franklin accepts this continued partnership as an Appalachian Trail community and urge the people of Franklin to support the Appalachian Trail through appropriate programs, activities, celebrations, and ceremonies. So, in witness thereof, I'm signing this proclamation for the town of Franklin. Thank you, dear. Morgan, it's good to see you, sir.
You too. I just wanted to say a few words. First of all, thank you all very much for having us here at BizWeek. We really appreciate this opportunity. But on behalf of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy and our 44,000 members, our federation of 31 AT clubs, over 6,000 volunteers, and millions of Appalachian Trail walkers, and all those who appreciate what a special place Franklin is for hikers and outdoor enthusiasts, we are thrilled to renew this Appalachian Trail Community Partnership with Franklin tonight. Whether you hike the Appalachian National Scenic Trail as a day or a section hiker, whether you're a student using it as an educational resource, a volunteer helping to maintain it, or as an AT as a month-long lifetime adventure on your bucket list, the AT has something for everybody, as do communities neighboring the trail. AT communities are designated towns, counties, and communities taking steps to protect and highlight the natural, scenic, and cultural resources along the Appalachian Trail. ATC's AT Community Program was established to create and strengthen partnerships along the trail's 2,189 miles through the 14 states it traverses. AT communities are vital to the AT experience, providing important services and memories for hikers on their reflective journey. The AT Community Program launched 5 years ago, and even then Franklin served as a model and mentor for other trailside neighbors. Franklin was the first AT community to be designated, blazed the path for the kinds of initiatives and actions others could do, and led the way for what is now a network of 38 designated AT communities from Georgia to Maine. Would those of you on Franklin's AT Advisory Committee that are here please stand up? Franklin's strength as an AT community lies in the diverse advisory council, whose members support community events, programs, and volunteer stewardship events. They have created interpretive signage and information to trailheads and local businesses. They've supported the Nantahala Hiking Club in leading educational programming, including hosting art contests, field trips, leading hikers, and supported curriculum development through the ATC and National Park Service Trail to Every Classroom program and Hiking 101 programs. The Franklin Advisory Council encourages families to hike on Family Hiking Day and raises awareness about the Business Supporter Program, with 9 businesses currently participating, highlighting local organizations and merchants that provide support to the AT community, to hikers, and to trail volunteers. This is an incomplete list, but we want to recognize the efforts of the community to leverage the growth of outdoor recreation and how it's supporting community citizens. After 5 years of service to the partnership, the Franklin Advisory Council has gone through an assessment analyzing the outcomes of this partnership. These include, but aren't limited to, increased knowledge of the AT as a local asset, increased knowledge of the AT, increased education about responsible behavior in the outdoors, increased information about access and interpretive information, increased volunteer membership to the Nantahala Hiking Club, increased partnerships and dialogue among land managers, volunteers, and community leadership, and increased media attention for Franklin and the Appalachian Trail. Additionally, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy works with AT communities to continually evaluate the program to make it mutually as beneficial as possible. One important piece of news I'd like to share is that this coming Labor Day weekend, there'll be the release of the movie A Walk in the Woods, starring Robert Redford, about a long-distance hike on the Appalachian Trail. We expect that many new visitors will come to visit the AT as a result, and believe these new visitors will provide increased economic benefit to the AT communities. Julie Judkins, ATC's Director of Education and Outreach, stands ready to assist Franklin and other AT communities in preparing for increased use along the Appalachian Trail. 90 years ago, Benton Mackay, the founder of the Appalachian Trail, envisioned a footpath along the spine of the Appalachians to provide solace and respite for those troubled by the hustle and bustle of urban life. Those who took his vision to heart and made it a reality did so through partnerships too numerous to count. We recognize and celebrate those partnerships today, particularly the special partnership that exists and will continue to flourish here among Franklin, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and the many visitors that flock to this community. Franklin, through the leadership of the AT Community Advisory Council, contributes thousands of hours to promote and protect the AT, and we are thrilled to recognize this work and look forward to a growing, strong partnership for years to come. Thank you all, and we've got one more thing to present to you. Here's a copy of the proclamation.
Can I read it again?
That is small.
Bill Van Horn, get up here. Real quick. Come on. This guy that has donated, Lord, I don't know how much time to the Appalachian Trail. Thank you. Just one final comment. It's pure coincidence that they took Robert Redford because I'm often confused with him.
Thank you all so much.
Well, Bob, I think Dr. Hill could do you some good with some glasses if you think you look like a Robert Redford. That's right. Okay, thank you all so much, and we do appreciate what the Appalachian Trail means to our community and the benefit not only now, but in the future that it'll bring to our area.